Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for another episode of Big Dano Plays, and today we're going to crack out a game that consistently ranks very highly in the solo board games list of the year that is run by the One Player Guild. And for whatever reason, this game, I don't know, it's just fine. I just feel like it's fine. I've played it multiplayer probably 3 or 4 times. And I've thought, yeah, that's a pretty fun little game. And yet, it consistently ranks highly on people's solo lists. And I thought maybe I should try it solo. And I never have because for whatever reason, it just doesn't jump out at me as this game that I want to play. But anyway, we're here today to play Robinson Crusoe. I'm going to play 3 characters. We're playing the Carpenter, the Soldier, and the Explorer, as I'm sure you can see from our board here. And we're going to play a scenario called Cursed Island. So this is the Cursed Island little book thing. And basically our objective to win is to build 5 crosses on 5 different tiles on the map. We have 10 turns to do it, and there's weather in the last 5 days. So if we can build 5 crosses, we are sweet home and hosed. So I have done some preliminary setup. We'll just shuffle this. So this has the 10 cards in there that we require for the scenario, 5 of each. This is the brown deck for building should things go wrong. This is the grey deck for gathering for when things should go wrong, and this is the green deck for exploring should things go wrong. So there's nothing special about this scenario other than if we see the little books come out, we place out fog. Fog is -1 person and we get no resources from the tile. How do we clear fog? We can ring the sacred bell. We need to make rope and have found the hills to do the sacred bell. And if we have a look over here, so there's a few specific things for each scenario on here that you need to know. So this just gets us a little brown chap, the cultist candle. This immediately lets us build medicine. This lets us remove fog markers. This gives us +3 and sacrificial dagger. Yeah, and we can build multiple sacred bells. Okay. We definitely want to take this Dark Temple action on there, and that's not ideal. Great. So look, we're just going to dive in. As I said, maybe it's just not the game for me, and I think that's okay, right? But I do think it's important to try these games out and see how you feel about them. So we'll just give this a shuffle. So this is the other 5 items that we can build. We can build a sack, we can build drums, build a wall, that's nice, improve our palisade. Build a furnace, oh, furnace with no weather, that's great, or a sling. Okay, so if we have a look at what we can immediately build, we can build the shovel. And I think that is the only thing that we can build. Technically we could build a wall. And I suppose we're probably able to build a furnace. Wow, that furnace is very interesting. And a sling. We could build a sling to get our weapon level up. Excellent. All right. So on this tile, we don't have a shelter yet. We have our little cross. That tells us that we have that's where our camp is found. And so the way this game works, if you've never played, we have a little sequence that we run through here, and it's even more spelled out here. But basically we will draw the top card of the event deck, which is here, and then we will do some stuff with our morale, and often morale is the way you lose the game, so you need to be managing your morale well. We'll do some production on our tile where our camp is, and then we will assign our pawns to action spaces on the board. And so those action spaces can be to build stuff, to hunt animals. We haven't found any animals yet, so we can't hunt animals. To gather resources, to explore the island, and to build either a shelter or one of these inventions. Or occasionally you can have things that you can do from the events as well, plus a few other little things. So lots of things. Always want to do more things than you have action pawns to deal with. It's just a common thing with this game. It's a brutal game. We're just going to do our best because I have not got much confidence that we can succeed. But let's try it anyway. So, all right, let's commence and draw our first action card. Cloudburst, escape. Move your camp to an adjacent tile of your choice. I don't think I can, so I will just leave it as is. And we'll place out this grey marker on here to say that if we take a grey action, we must do that. So if we assign one person there, we discard this card and get, okay, nothing happens. That's a great first card. I'm very happy about that first card. Okay, so we then go into the morale phase. We're at neutral morale, so nothing happens, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Production phase, we're going to take 1 wood and 1 food, and that goes into our immediately available resources. So that could mean that we could build a weapon maybe. No, we want to build the shovel. Okay, so we have a couple of items we can use. We've gained hammer and nails and a pistol. The pistol is not much use to us, but the hammer and nails could very well be useful for building. We want to guarantee that we build things like the shovel straight away. So let's probably assign one of the carpenter's pawns to building the shovel. And we'll use the hammer and nails to gain a second worker to do that. I can't quite build a hut yet. I need 2. No, I need 3 wood, but I can do it with 2 wood thanks to the carpenter. So we definitely want to get some wood. So let's send the soldier out. Wrong section. Let's send the soldier out here to gather some wood. And we're building there, we're gathering there. So let's explore twice. It's a bit risky exploring, but that's fine. And I guess we gather some food as well. And at this point, let's try and build. There's nothing else we can build at this point. So let's actually just guarantee this exploration. And yeah, that'll do. Excellent. So we go on to the actions phase now. So we start with threat actions. There's no threat action to deal with. There's no hunting action to deal with. So we go into building. The first thing we do is we successfully build this shovel with no failure possible. So that will be available at the end of the round. Well done, carpenter. We cannot build anything else, so we move on to this phase. We are rolling the grey dice. So anytime you want to take an action in this game that is not assisted, you roll the grey dice. Doesn't matter what we roll here, we're drawing one of these anyway, but let's look for the wood first of all. So we succeed in getting the wood and we don't suffer any damage, so that wood will go up here into our future resources. But we do have to reveal this event, and it says a spider. No, a spider drops onto our head. Who did that? The soldier. Poor soldier. Okay, so this round, this character with on their head discarded. Okay, so that's not too bad. It just means that we'll be down an action pawn at some point in the future. But we succeeded in gathering that wood. Let's see if we succeed in gathering this food. We do, which is excellent. So that is a food that goes into our future resources section. However, we have another event, and we have found winter freezing. Okay, so we're probably going to move now anyway, and I think we're going to definitely need food more than we're going to need wood at the moment. So we're going to cover off the wood, and that is all. Okay, so that card does not go back into our pile. So we will now move on to the exploration. We'll do this one here, which is automatically successful, and I probably should have done some different things this turn, but that's okay. Yep, automatically successful this one, and so we will flip, yes, a jungle. So the jungle has both wood and food. Is it a jungle? What do we need for that? Okay, so we've just found a thing that can help us build rope, that can help us build medicine, and that's all for now. And then we don't have anything else that requires the shovel, so that's a shame. The snare is going to let us produce extra. It's not, yeah, snare, spear, shortcut, okay. We have to draw one of these. I haven't shuffled these, so we'll just give these a little shuffle. And we also have to place out a special scenario-specific element. All right, we'll cut these here. And we're going to take this one, and we found, oh, don't look at that. A fallen tree. It's a wood. Excellent. That's helpful. Very helpful. And we have to place out this idol. So anytime you have a idol, you refer to here. The first idol is the Dark Temple. In a future round, we can take an explore action to draw 4 mystery cards. We can take this action only once in a game. So that's fun. So here is the mystery temple that we've found. Excellent. That's good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so this exploration, however, is going to take a roll on the green exploration. So it's a success, but we have a thing. So we'll do this first, and we've found a stream. So that's a second temple. And a second one of these, we've found poison. If we have the pot, we can increase our weapon level by 2. We do need to build the pot for that. Yep. The streams has revealed over here that we can now craft a dam, the map. All right. That is special location number 2. And that's good. And we now reveal this green exploration thing. What have we found? A surprising discovery. Oh, that's awesome. A pistol. Tremendous. Well done to our explorer. They have now access to a surprising pistol discovery that they can use. Excellent work, team. Excellent work. All right. So that is the end of the action phase. Okay, very good. I made some mistakes there. We'll talk about what they are later on. So we'll go on to the arrange the camp. No one's arranging the camp. We're not resting. And that's it. So we go to the weather phase. There is no weather impacting us. And so we now go to the night phase. So we can move our camp to an adjacent tile. We will do so because of the food disappearing there. So we're going to move to this jungle area. And we must discard 1 food or you suffer 2 damage. So this all comes down now. We've got the shovel. We've got these. We've got this. We've got a 3rd wood. So, and if we ever build a pot, we can discard that for poison straight away. So 2 people are eating and 1 person is going hungry. If we look over here at our selection of characters, I think the person who can survive the longest is the explorer. So we'll take a little bit of food damage there. And then unfortunately we don't have shelter. So each player suffers 1 damage. 1, 2, 3. So we have to build a shelter. Excellent. That's it. So we move on to round 2. 0 crosses built so far. But we do have this Dark Temple. Okay. So the event is a predator in the vicinity. Put a red dice in the weather space. During the weather phase of this round, roll that and resolve its effect. It looks terrible, but we can chase off the predator. Okay? Get a determination for doing that. That seems like not a bad option. This goes down here. This goes here. We have to put a little marker on the green. Okay. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. Production, 1 food and 1 wood. Again, straight into the immediately available resources. So I think I want to build that furnace. And I feel like that just requires wood. No, that can't be wood. It's got to be something else. Does it require bricks? It does require bricks. So we need to find the hills to be able to do that. That's okay. One thing I know for sure is we are going to go to do this exploration here, this special one. In a future round, you can take an explore action to draw 4 mystery cards and only resolve that. The player who explored that tile takes 2 damage, so that's her again. That was from this scenario effect here, the Altar of Death. Okay, so I'm going to put the explorer here, and I think we'll explore here. We might send the soldier. We're definitely getting, yeah, that's fine. We'll do the soldier over here as well. The carpenter, let's build a dam. Or do we build the map and just get a permanent exploration assistance? Oopsie. Yep, so this is the interesting part of the game when you're I've only got 6 action pawns and I'd like to do 15 things. I do want to chase off this predator, and I can do that with my surprising discovery pistol that I just launched, but I don't need to do that this turn. I do want to build something. Yes, I do. I need to build the shelter, and I'm going to use a hammer and nails from over here, so that's gone, to make sure that succeeds. And that's good. And then we don't have the pot. Do we want to gather food? Sure, let's gather, no, we're sending that guy there to do that explore action. Okay, I feel like that's about as good as I can do. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, so this is going to get rolled. This could be bad, but it could be fine. So that's the morale phase. There was no net bonus for morale or anything like that. Okay, so let's do the Hunting, no. Building, we are going to build ourselves a shelter. Well done, team. We've successfully built the shelter. And the carpenter has to pay 3 wood for that. Excellent work, team. We have a shelter at last. The next action along is another build. We haven't built any more inventions. We are going to attempt to gather nothing. So we're going to do an explore. I don't know if we have to roll the explore dice here. Let's roll it and see if it matters. It matters not a jot. So we're going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 from this deck. And we'll resolve those one at a time. Oh. We've just gained a green pawn with a compass. Excellent. Ropes, you can use them to reinforce your shelter. Okay, I'll use them to reinforce my shelter. We'll get a roof level, very nice. Oh my God. So that's the last positive one we can get. A cave with furs? Okay, we've just gained 2 weapon level from the antique rapier. All right, well that's a promising start. Did I put that on top? I did. That's a great little thing. We've got 2 weapon level. We've got a pistol. We've got a compass. We've got a surprising discovery. Man, good turn. All right. So good work discovering that, soldier boy. We do have to do this. I think this is still an explore action, so wild berries. You've eaten some strange berries. You silly soldier. Why have you done that? Ooh. Alright, so we'll put that in this deck. Shuffle that up. Cool. And we're going to do explore action here with the explorer. Alright, so she has failed the explore action, which means she gains 2 determination tokens, which is excellent for her. 1, 2. She is going to suffer that, and she's also going to suffer a wound, which is going to reduce our morale by 1. However, we have an action for that, so that's fine. And she's going to have to resolve a green event. What have you got? No! No! There's a tiger! If you go back to the camp now, it will track it. Discard this card and execute or shuffle it into the event deck. I'll fight a tiger. We've got a million things to help us fighting a tiger. How good's that? Bring it on, tiger. Done. All right. So not our best exploration from our explorer. So now we're going to do this thing here, which is gain determination tokens for everyone and also gain 1 morale for preparing the camp. 1, 2, 3. So that's a really good outcome for everyone. Until we roll this red dice and see what it says. What does it say, red dice? It says some symbol. I don't know what that symbol means. We're going to have to look that up. So that means we have to decrease the palisade level. Unfortunately for us, we have no palisade. So all of our characters suffer 1 damage due to the law of unfulfilled demands. We have... Did we get food? No, we didn't get food this turn. Okay, so as it stands, now that we've finished all of our phases, we're going on to the weather phase. There's no weather dice, and the... yeah, so we're going to the night phase. We feed the explorer, so she suffers no damage. 1, 2, so the morale goes back down. 1, 2. But everyone now has some determination, and we're in shelter so we don't lose any further damage. Okay. Really good, really, really good. So we're going to start with this event phase, and let's flip that, and we get high water. A black, a grey thing, and a green thing. We can drain the high water. Okay, so there is a predator in the vicinity. And that will mean we have to place the red thing in there again if we don't deal with that. Alternatively, this one, if we drain the water... Oh, you have the shovel. Excellent. Yeah, we need to do that. Requires 2 people, though. Oh, that's bad. When did I do that? Oh, yeah, I'd already assigned that. Okay, so let's explore. And we'll use our compass to get an extra explore. Oh, we're going to get 1 food and 1 wood for our production. We need to find some hungry animals that we can hunt down. So this feels like a building turn. Do we build our first cross? Probably we build our first cross. So the building's a challenge because it's literally 50-50. I'm not really worried about that one. I am kind of worried about this one though. Let's send the soldier there and clear that so he gets a determination. It's fine. So let's just build something. Let's build the dam. Let's build the map for the explorer. If we successfully build the dam, then we are going to gain enough food for this turn, so we don't need to worry about food. Let's get rid of this high water card while we can, I guess. Yep. Okay. Not my favorite turn, but it will do. So we're going to do this threat action. So it is 1 and we have 2 weapon level. We discard it to get 1 determination token on the soldier. Well done, soldier. This one, 2 and 1 wood or the shovel. We have the shovel, so we're going to discard that. I'm actually going to do this the other way around. So the soldier gets 2 determination tokens and she just gets 1, the carpenter. That's good. Boom, boom. Boom. No hunting, but I can spend 4 determination to do the hunt. So the soldier has a rule, which is discard 4 to shuffle the top beast card from the beast deck without looking at the card. So we could get a beast. We won't do that just yet though, because we don't need to worry about that until later. So we can do that later. Because now we're going to attempt to build the dam. This one we can use to re-roll the brown dice. But let's see what we get. So 2 determination tokens. And this, and a wound. Oh, I was actually supposed to get a determination token on her. So what I might do then is spend those 2 to re-roll. So we succeed at the task. We do suffer a wound, which lowers our morale down to 0. And we're going to suffer this. What do we got? Fast work. Discard this card or take one more building action. You must roll all 3 dice and shuffle it into the event deck. Well, we just built the dam. So I don't think anything else is of massive urgency right now. So I think we'll actually keep the card out of our deck and we won't do that. Good work, team. We're also going to try and build the shortcut over here. She's building the shortcut. She succeeds as well. Good work. Okay. But she also has to take an event, and the event is Visit of a Predator. Discard a food, shuffle it into the event deck. Yeah, that's not fun. Not fun. Okay. So we now have an exploration action. So let's do the exploration action. The explorer has the option to draw 3 tiles. Yep, so she's going to do that. So she succeeds. She does have to do an event, but that's fine because she had to do an event anyway. So she gets to look at the top 3 tiles and decide which one we want. Okay, the mountains, that's good. That's probably our choice. Wow, that has got 3. Wow, okay. We do need the hills for the pot and for bricks. So I think we'll put the hills on top. So there's the hills. Huzzah! We get 2 of these. 1, 2. We will resolve our green card. Remains of a settlement. Yep, I'm going to take 3 mystery cards. So we're going to shuffle that into the deck. Let's draw 1, 2, 3. What do we got? Amulet with a portrait of a beautiful lady. Oh, cover 2. Delightful. Delightful. So we'll cover that one and we'll cover that one. So those have no effect when they're crossed over. Okay, that's nice. Wrong button. A scorpion. Ah, if you don't have the medicine, you gain 3 damage. Who was that? That was the explorer, wasn't it? Yep. 1, 2, 3. That's problematic. Blankets. Okay. It's a punishing game, but some people really like it. Some people really like it. And I like punishing games, like Frostpunk. I really enjoy Frostpunk. Maybe it just feels like there's a little bit too much randomness, random chance that comes in from these decks. I'm not sure what it is, but there you go. Uh-oh. Alright, so that is the end of that. We got these 2 as well, which are healing herbs. If you have the pot, you gain medicine. That's nice. And this symbol is a sacrificial dagger. Okay. So we'll put that on, I guess, the soldier boy. Whamp, bump, bum. That's the end of the action phase. All right, we are getting 2 non-perishable food, which is nice. And we've found the shortcut. And we've built the dam, which is excellent. So the shortcut, put one of any tile adjacent to your camp. During the production phase, we get that bonus. So I think that is the shortcut tile. We'll go there. So we're going to gain a food from that, or a wood if we want. It probably will be a wood because, oh, I had to get one of these out too from that there. And that's also number 3, which has a fog marker on it. All right, so what can we build now with the addition of the pot, the drums, the bricks, which is pretty good, and that will allow us to build the furnace, which will help us in the later stages because the weather actually destroys your wood, and that is a bad thing, obviously. But when you're trying to build crosses, so being able to ignore the weather from the furnace could be very, very good. Okay, someone is going to have to suffer a very unfortunate punishment. It is not going to be the explorer, so she is definitely eating, and I think we'll have the carpenter suffer 2 damage, and the soldier stays there. The soldier's about to go fighting, so we need the soldier to be tough. All right, that's the weather phase. We have a shelter, nothing else matters. We don't want to move the camp as yet. All right, it's time to start building. That was round 3. So we're on to round 4. It's time to start building some crosses. Okay. So we do have 2 wood, so we can build a cross. All right, we need to heal here. That's bad. And what else do you want to do, Explorer? Let's craft something, shall we? Let's craft the pot. You can help out crafting the pot with the carpenter, because we definitely want to make that. We're going to try and raw dog across, and we're going to go hunting this wild animal. That's just an awful turn of events, really. Let's send this one out to explore with a friend so we don't suffer any risks from doing that. Yes. Okay. So production, we are going to get 2 food now. I think we'll take the food. And 1 wood. I did have to do the event phase first and the morale phase. What happens? We're drawing another card and we have a predator attacking us this turn. Uh-oh, it's the grey one. A spider! Oh, he only has 1 available. Oh, that's a bad turn for that to happen. Drawing another one and we get frost. That's also very annoying to get that coming in now, because that's going to destroy some of my wood. And the grey thing's already on there. That goes down here into warming the camp. Okay. So we can't do this now, because he's only got 1 token available this turn. So the only play that we have there, where's her? She's, oh yeah, she's building across and she's building there. There's no reason not to use that explorer. So I guess we're hunting there. Sure, let's do that. When we make the pot, we'll be able to heal with the food. he says confidently. Okay, so that's it. Morale phase, there's nothing happening there. So action phase, we start here. We're doing nothing there. What are we fighting? What animal are we fighting today? Just a wild dog. If you do not have medicine, well, we are about to have medicine, but can I shoot him with my pistol and get rid of him? Speaking of the pistol, we're going to use it. That kills the wild dog. We get 2 food. Unfortunately, the soldier suffers 2 damage after the fight. And we get 1 hide from our hunt. Where did I put my 2 food? Did I already put 2 food there? All right, food situation looking good. So that's done. Building, so we're going to try and build the pot. The carpenter has a reroll on this should we need. We do need that. I really want that pot, so let's reroll. Success, but no more determination tokens remaining, and we have to do a brown event. Put a -1 worker on the building token space. Doesn't impact us this turn, just next turn. And then we're also going to try and build the cross. So we succeed, but we suffer a wound. And we have built our first cross. I had to actually put that on a location. We'll put that there. Our last action is explore. That automatically succeeds thanks to our little compass friend. So we know what that tile is. It is another animal tile. There is another thing there. The mountains has now unlocked for us. Fire, knife, all sorts of things. All right. 1 cross underway. Ooh. And we didn't do any of that. We're doing this. This could be bad. If we roll that Palisades one again. I had to spend 2 wood to build the cross. And I built the pot. So the pot flips over. So we're about to lose that wood, but that's okay. Oh, nothing. Excellent roll, Deno. Oh no, because we have a roof. Tremendous. So the roof protects our wood. All right, this is actually going, maybe okay. Maybe okay. All right, that is the end of that weather phase. So we go on to the night phase now. So we could move the camp. This here is an automatic camp because it's a cave. But we don't want, I've also got to put out the 4. And that means that tile's got fog. And I also get another discovery token. An old machete. +1 weapon level. Alright, and that has a fog. So, at night time, all this stuff comes down. We are going to eat, all of our people are going to eat food. And then 1 of those food, using our pot, we're going to turn into a wound back here. So we're back to there. We're now going to activate all of our other items, which is we've now gained healing herbs with medicine. We've now gained poison, so we're up to weapon level 5, and with the old machete. Okay. If we can just sort out this morale situation, we'd be in alright shape. The next round, which will be round 5, and it is, this round the first player cannot use their special abilities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. Alright. And we have to place out fog markers on 2 different spaces. So we're going to put out a fog here, because it doesn't matter, and here. That comes down to here and bumps that one across. Alright, still no morale penalty there. So production, we're getting 2 food and a wood. So we do have enough wood now to build the second one of our crosses. That costs 2 wood. What we need is the sacred bell, and that means we need to make the rope. So the rope we can make. Oh, we've just got to craft now. We just got to try and craft our way to victory. So let's hunt. 1, 2. Let's craft the rope. 1, 2. And that's still going to require a roll. So, yep, that's fine. And then, actually, we're probably better off doing that here. Healing and like that. Like that. It means we're not building a cross. Which means we've got to build a cross every turn for the next 4 turns. That'll be okay. I want to build that sacred bell so that we can clear off the fog, which makes it easier for us. Yep. I actually want to get some scouting. Yep, okay, that's it. It gets so tough. It gets so tough with what you're going to do. Okay, so we don't have any of these. I don't care about a weather being put in the weather space. That's fine. This weakness I'd like to clear off. Yep, no, we're fine. We're fine. We can do that next turn. So we're going to go straight on to hunting. Who are we fighting this time? We're fighting a tiger. We need 6. That's okay. We'll use our surprising discovery over here to give us +3 temporary health thingy. So we lose 2 weapon level because of fighting this tiger. 1, 2, permanent weapon level. But we have got enough. We get 5 food. That is amazing. It's too much food now. Because we don't have any way to store that. We do get 2 pelts. Great. And that tiger, he'll be coming back. That's fine. Get out of here, tiger. All right, good work, the old soldier. He can use defensive plan. He will use defensive plan actually to increase our palisade level by 1. Sure, let's do that. And yeah, that's all. So building, we're going to do the rope. Success. Suffers a wound. So we've successfully built the rope, but we do have a fun event to deal with. Oh no, we've cut our head. Oh no. The carpenter lost us a morale, also very close to death, and has doinked their head. That's a shame. Discard 3 to draw 5. Yeah, okay. But we did succeed in building the rope, and that is the main objective there. And that is it for building. So we're now going to fix the camp, 1, 2. We're going to gain some determination on the carpenter and the explorer. The explorer is then going to spend 3 to draw the top 2 of these, and we'll get to choose 1 to keep and 1 to place at the bottom. An extra builder seems fine. A little builder pawn to help us build some crosses out there. Yep. Okay. That is the end of the round, so we are on to the night phase. We have so much food. Everyone eats, nobody goes hungry, and we can heal a wound. All the rest of our food is gone to waste. So the person we'll heal a wound of is the carpenter. That's using our pot. And that's it. I realised we couldn't have built a shortcut without building the map. So I've cheated there. We're on to round 6. It is what it is. We're on to round 6. We are going to have a white weather dice, and also there, let's reveal this. The tiger has found our camp and attacks you. Fight a beast. We will happily fight a beast. We will happily fight that tiger. Shoot it in the face. Using our pistolero. Easy. We lose a single weapon level. We lose a palisade level. That's a shame. Just built that. We got 2 food. We got 1 hide. And we draw another card. It's another green. Each player gets 1 damage. 1, 1, 1. That's good. An epidemic. Draw another card. You betcha. We got another one. Wrong area. We do have medicine. Yeah. All right. Natural dam break. During the production phase, you get +1 wood and no food. All right. So that's going to be 3 wood. 1, 2, 3 during the production phase. Okay. That kicked over and put that frost marker there. All right. So we're up to here. Yep. Interesting. I do want to build bricks so I can build the furnace. We have to put out fog on other tiles. So there's the fog. That means we don't get production from that tile. Yep. So we're just going to gain 1 wood this turn from our shortcut that we shouldn't have. So each of these items can be built multiple times. We have enough wood to build a cross. Let's build a cross. Let's build a sacred bell. We're just going to get determination tokens and rebuild the camp. We're guaranteed building the cross. No, we'll build the sacred bell. Actually, we'll guarantee building the sacred bell. We'll guarantee building the cross. And we'll get rid of some of that fog. Okay. Oh, I wanted to discard that. Yep. Okay, so we're going to discard that and get 1 determination. Excellent. We're no hunting, we're going to build. We're building over here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to build Sacred Bell. That is a success. It is a question mark and it is no damage. The question mark is a breakdown. -1 morale. Shuffle it into the event deck. Oh dear. But now we have built the Sacred Bell. We can remove up to 3 fog. So we will remove fog from here, here, and here. Very good. And now we're building our cross here. Because of that fog, it required an extra person, so we do have to use these dice. We succeed. We suffer a wound. Uh-oh. And we have another question mark, and it is. So we can't increase our palisade level, but we can spend the soldier to increase the palisade level, so we'll do that, and it goes down. Okay. A windstorm. Alright. So we succeed. We've built our second cross. It's turn 5. That costs us 2 wood. And that's the end of the action phase because everyone's going to gain 2 determination. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Do I want to spend any of these? Yep, I'll discard 3 to draw 2 of these exploration tokens and keep 1. Draw the other. Another. Oh, that guy was supposed to be on the bottom? No. Herbs. Get a morale back. Don't need that. We'll just take the extra building guy. He comes back to help us out. And the morale goes up 1, 2, 3. We're a chance. We're a chance. We do not need to explore any further. We just need to survive. The weather. Bum, bum, bum. So that's a little raining symbol. And I don't know what that means. Let's find out. I'd really like to build that furnace. But at this point, is it going to matter? Unfortunately, I think that is the demise of our brave crew. We've rolled 2 rain clouds, plus this extra rain cloud is a total of 3. We must discard 2 food for each rain cloud we're not protected by, as well as 2 wood. For each resource you can't, everyone suffers a wound. And then I have no food. And so, unfortunately, the explorer dies, the carpenter dies, and the soldier's got 1 health left. And that is Robinson Crusoe. I can't actually sort of put my finger on why I don't enjoy this as much as I enjoy other survival games or challenging games, because it does feel like I should enjoy it. There's just something about the restrictiveness of the actions, I think. I just want to do cool stuff, and I don't feel like I can do cool stuff, if that makes sense. So it just frustrates me more than I enjoy it. Whereas in Frostpunk, as an example, I feel like I have enough pawns that I can do the things that I want to do, and I find that push and pull a little bit more enjoyable. So yeah, look, I promised myself I'd play it, and I'm glad that I did. I think it sits as a multiplayer game. I'd be happy to play this with my friends and have a laugh and struggle, but yeah, as it stands, it's probably not going to come off the shelf again for me as a solo player, and that is a-okay, because there's so many fantastic games out there. Let's play something that you're excited about. And speaking of, I'm excited about Small Time Heroes. That's going to be recorded this weekend, and we'll get a playthrough of that happening. So if you're looking forward to that, let me know. And we're going to do a poll soon on which of the new games that have arrived we'd like to see on the channel. Euthia Cruel Frost has arrived. Grim Coven has arrived. And 20 Strong Tanglewoods has arrived. So I'll do a poll very shortly. And yeah, we'll get that happening for Monday night. All right, friends, I'll catch you on the next episode. Big Dano out.